All right, everyone. It is Thursday. Gonna be doing the weekly picks. NFL Week 14. Already in the final month of all this NFL stuff. It's crazy. Wow. Here we are already. A few months I was just on my bike in September and August, talking about football, talking to y'all, and here we are again. So time flies. So here we go. Let's start off with the games this week. Tonight, Raiders heading to Los Angeles Rams. The Rams just signed Baker Mayfield. I don't know if he's starting, but I do believe Matthew Stafford got put on the IR. So, quite frankly, this game to me, boring. Only people watching this are going to be Raiders and Rams fans, and or people who have Josh Jacobs Josh Jacobs, I guess, the only fantasy relevant player in this matchup, I would say. So I'm going to pick the Raiders in this game, but if they lose this game, then I don't even know what to say at this point. They have won a couple in a row, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure they won last week. So give me the Raiders to go into Los Angeles, come out with a win in a 21-10 kind of game. Just don't see the Rams scoring, I just really don't. On to the Sunday 1 o'clock games. Starting off with New York Jets versus Buffalo. The Jets already beat Buffalo, so it's 1-0 for them. Mike White is still the starting quarterback. Buffalo comes off of a win last week, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to go with the Bills in this one to tie up the series 1-1. Cleveland heading to Cincinnati for a big game for both teams. Cleveland's trying to stay alive for the playoffs. Cincinnati's trying to push towards, getting a good seed in the playoffs and winning this AFC North division. Cincinnati has already played Cleveland way earlier in the season, and Cleveland, quite frankly, handled Cincinnati with ease. And when you actually look at the past couple of matchups, Cleveland has really given Joe Burrow and the Bengals a lot of problems. They've won most of the past matchups, but I think this time it will be different. The Bengals got Jamar Chase back. They're coming off a big win versus the Chiefs, and I believe they get it done Sunday. Deshaun Watson, second game back, gonna need him to perform better. The Browns did beat Houston last week, but that was mainly due to defense and special teams. So, the Bengals. Houston heading to Dallas for a big Texas matchup, quote unquote, big matchup. Houston, one win on the season. Dallas coming off of a win over the Colts last Sunday night. Hard not to see Dallas winning this game in a big fashion. Might be close for a minute, but give me Dallas there. Just Houston, there's just not much there at this point, to be quite frankly honest with you. Minnesota versus Detroit for their second matchup of the year. Detroit lost a very close ball game to Minnesota earlier this season. And it was just announced today for the first time, something crazy like a 10-2 team on the road versus a team with losing record is an underdog. So Minnesota is the underdog here to Detroit. I understand Detroit's playing good ball, but they just rolled Jacksonville. They got Jameson Williams back, I believe. I'm picking Minnesota. They come off of a win versus the Jets. They were much in control of that game. Then it got pretty dicey at the end. So I like Minnesota to sweep Detroit here. I'm not gonna buy into Detroit yet. I understand they're playing good, but you can only win so many close games, and you got to find a way to win. So give me Minnesota there. Philadelphia heading to the Giants for their first game of this series and in division series. Eagles with a big win over Tennessee. Giants with a tie, I believe, to the Commanders. Honestly, I feel like since the Giants started off so hot, they've kind of just faded down the stretch. And, I just don't like their offense, It's just no true skill position players there other than Saquon. So Philadelphia's defense played pretty good against Derrick Henry, and they were able to really neutralize him just by putting up so many points and making the Titans throw the ball. And I kind of see that happening in this matchup. Maybe it'll be a closer game because division teams always know each other well because they play each other so often. So maybe this will be closer than that, but I still like Philadelphia here to keep rolling. Big game. Baltimore heading to Pittsburgh for their first game as well of the series. Pittsburgh is the favorite. We've won 2 straight. Baltimore, they won last week versus Denver 10-9. Very close game. Lamar did get hurt. I don't remember when he got hurt during that game, but he did get hurt. Tyler Huntley comes in. We do have some familiarity here with Tyler Huntley and that offense. Played him last season at the end of the year. Man, with these Baltimore-Pittsburgh games, it's a pick-em, man. We have beaten them 4 times in a row, but it's by a combined 13 points. This rivalry, in my opinion, has been the best rivalry in the NFL ever since I started watching football. These games always come down to the wire, come down to the last drive. They're always competitive. It's a good rivalry, we don't like each other, but there's a mutual respect because of how it is. These games are always big time, so this is a big game for both teams. We're trying to get into the playoffs. Baltimore is trying to just hang on for dear life in this division. And I really like the way our offense has looked, first half, but it's just hard to see. This game's, you can pick either team, man. You really can with this one. So I'm going to speak it into existence. We're going to beat Baltimore at least once, and I think we take them here at home. Give me Pittsburgh 21. Give me the Ravens 17. On to the next game. Jacksonville, Tennessee. Jacksonville just got rolled. Tennessee just got rolled. I like Tennessee in this game. Give me Tennessee 24-10. 24-10. Two-score game. On to the 4 o'clock games. Starting off with Kansas City heading to Denver for a division matchup. Chiefs with who did they even play last week? Oh, my bad. They lost to the Bengals. Denver lost to the Ravens. You know what? Russell Wilson has just been trash. Sorry, but Denver's defense can only hold on for so long on this one. Chiefs for sure. Next game, Carolina heading to Seattle. Sam Darnold's the guy now? So Sam Darnold heading to Geno Smith's crib. I don't know how injured Kenneth Walker is. I don't know if he'll play this week. I doubt it. Yeah, I like Seattle in that game still. Just too much offense for Carolina to handle, to be honest with you. Last 4 o'clock matchup. Tampa Bay versus the San Francisco 49ers. Jimmy G is hurt for the season. And They said he could come back in the playoffs, but I still like San Francisco's team better than Tampa Bay's. Tampa with a close win over the Saints down to the last second. I mean, the Saints blew that game, in my opinion. Should have won that shit for sure. Tampa's line, their line sucks. I'm sorry. Tom's gonna have to. He's always had a quick release, but for them to stand any chance, they're gonna need to. I just don't like this matchup for Tampa Bay. I really don't. You know, I understand Brock Purdy, the third string's playing for San Fran, but you know, Tampa's defense has played good. You know, at least points per game allowed, they're really high. But I just don't like the matchup for Tampa Bay versus that San Fran defense. They're the best defense in the league. I don't know. I don't think their pass rush is as good as Dallas's, but overall, they're just a physical team. And it's not a good matchup for Tampa. It's really not. Give me the Niners. Heading to the night games. It's a good one. This actually got flexed to the night game. I don't remember what the previous one was, but I think it was I think the first initial night game for this week was supposed to be Kansas City, Denver. Thank God they flexed that one. I like this game better. Miami versus Chargers. Miami comes off of that loss versus San Fran. They hung in there, but man, I tell you, Tua just threw too many interceptions, and he was just getting beat up because of that San Fran defense. It's pretty legit. Chargers. Pretty sure they lost to the Raiders, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. This is a really good matchup, to be honest with you. Two of the young slinging quarterbacks here. Tua versus Justin Herbert. You know, based off of how I've seen the Chargers defense, you know, I really like Miami in this matchup to win. I think it'd be a good game, though, you know. If the Chargers can get Mike Williams back, that'd be huge for them. Keenan Allen's back. He made a great touchdown last week on fourth down that the Chargers needed. Herbert just, I don't know, man. He's got these numbers, but he just can't win. So, sounds very reminiscent of Philip Rivers, huh? Similar. Give me Miami in that game, but I like this game 28-24 Miami. Longer video, y'all, because why not? Because why not? New England heading to Arizona for a Monday night game, which is a interesting, kind of weird matchup here. I don't think the Patriots played last week. No, they did. Yeah, they did last Thursday night versus Buffalo. They lost. Arizona, I don't even remember who. No, they were on the bye week last week, yeah. So New England versus Arizona. Kyler Murray, D-Hop, James Conner versus New England. And you know what? I don't like Arizona's defense, so give me New England here to just do what they do. You know, Mac Jones looked pretty good against Minnesota. Rahamondre Stevenson. Sorry if I can't say his name right, but you know what I'm talking about. He's pretty good. I don't know if Damien Harris is back, pretty sure, but I like the Patriots to go in there with a good defensive game plan by Big Bill Belichick to kind of limit Kyler Murray. You know, D-Hop will get his, but Bill just finds a way, man. He finds a way to put out a decent defense out there, even though Minnesota shredded them, but still. I like New England in this game. You know, give me 24-17, Patriots win. That's the video. NFL Week 14 Picks. And at the end of the year, we're going to go through every week and count up my wins and losses and review everything. And that's the video. Everybody have a good Thursday. And, you know, if you're watching the game tonight, hopefully it's a good game, but I probably will not because it does not look good. So, your boy's out. Big things coming, y'all. I'm out.